U.S. President Barack Obama says if the conflicting parties in Syria halt all violence as agreed, it could be a first step toward finding the chaos, or rather ending the chaos there. But he says a lasting peace in Syria is impossible as long as President Bashar al-Assad stays in power. Mr. Obama also says a concerted allied effort is weakening the Islamic State's power and influence in that region. Viewers, Zlatica Hoke has more.
President Obama said a cessation of hostilities in Syria is scheduled to start Friday at midnight, but acknowledged that even under the best of circumstances, all violence is not expected to end immediately.
Everybody knows what needs to happen, and that is all parties that are part of this cessation of activities need to end attacks, including aerial bombardment. Humanitarian aid must be allowed to reach areas under siege. And a lot of that is going to depend on whether the Syrian regime, Russia, and their allies live up to their commitments.
Obama said if all parties adhere to their commitments, the region could focus on fighting the terrorists.
If implemented, and that's a significant if, this cessation could reduce the violence and get more food and aid to Syrians who are suffering and desperately need it. It could save lives. Potentially, it could also lead to negotiations on a political settlement to end the civil war so that everybody can focus their attention on destroying ISIL.
Obama said the fight to destroy Islamic State will take time, but he said concerted coalition efforts have weakened the group substantially in the past year.
Thanks to our wave of strikes against its oil infrastructure, tanker trucks, wells, and refineries, ISIL's oil production and revenues are significantly reduced. We're destroying the storage sites where ISIL holds its cash. Its money is literally going up in smoke. As a result, ISIL's been forced to slash the salaries of its fighters, which increasingly diminishes their morale.
Obama said the strengthening of the Turkish border has made it harder for foreign fighters to join Islamic State, but he said the group's own brutality has made it less attractive. As a result, its core in Iraq and Syria continues to shrink. With concerted international effort to diminish Islamic State's resources and its propaganda, Obama vowed the group will be destroyed. Zlatica Hoke, VOA News, Washington.